Всем привет!
Hello everyone, my name is Yuri Trukhin and I work now on the MTS cloud. And a number of years ago we've built the first GPU supercomputer in Russia together with the team, and the update was to actually help both the small companies just starting to work with ML up to huge corporations to ensure that the technologies that might cost as much as an enterprise spaceship to be available both to enterprise and to small customers. We'll talk now about important things. The most important thing this all has been done. We see the technology solving the task of saving and prolonging the human life, and the technological foundation for implementing the AI solutions is shown here. Our users develop and use the solutions in this area, and we hope that more and more organizations will improve their technologies and modernize their IT. AI will never replace doctors, but it will definitely change how they work. It is obvious that the specialists are not always making the best decisions, so if they could be supported by the decision-making support systems. Healthcare is generating huge amounts of data every day. Using AI to save and classify data is very much needed by healthcare professionals for many years. We have a lot of data with electronic health records, electronic patient records, and this all can be used as part of the AI. It is important to make decisions based on AI to improve the quality of diagnostics and analysis and reduce the amount of human error that we introduce, because of course human errors can be really dramatic, and the experience of analyzing hundreds of photos a day is tough, and the person can be just tired, the specialist can be tired, and this can be cancer. So this can lead to fatal consequences, and AI enables you to automate it and improve the recognition quality. There's a lot of illnesses that are curable if they're diagnosed early enough, and with bioinformatics we can even predict the future illnesses. With COVID, the search for vaccine was super important, and we have added our GPU supercomputer to as a resource to the process, and sometimes we even had less tasks for analysis than we could compute. So deep learning is part of the drives supercomputing, and a lot of power, and we meet with the limitations. We're faced with the limitations of power consumption, and tens and hundreds of gigahertz are not accessible, even though they are super important for machine learning. And here the GPU can help us, because it has it can have thousands of threads processed by thousands of cores, and being a small supercomputer, a small data center in the latest generations, we even have even more of them. We use GPUs for supercomputers because they're aimed at working with AI, and with the new technologies it makes economic sense, not for just the deep learning, but also for inference. both for the training and inference. We can scale from low power GPU to top GPUs, and based on the high load at 100 gigabit Ethernet connection. We've built the architecture together with Mellanox, the worldwide leaders, and thus have included the worldwide experience here. We already have it in production, and hundreds of commercial clients use it. We've also took the client feedback into account to simplify the management and aiding hyperscaling. We have the same tools for working with AI, containers, and GPU clouds to be familiar to our clients. And also we've improved this supercomputer. It can use the elastic cloud infrastructure, and you can manage that supercomputer using infrastructure as a code by Terraform and Ansible, and use VMware. It supports elastic cloud, backup, segmentation, virtual data center, network settings, and stuff like that. We can even connect the customer to the cloud without publishing the service to the internet, because everyone understands that the medical data is a huge amount of data is a commercial secret and should not be transferred via the internet. Of course, with all technical questions, we have very deep support, including the hardware support and driver support. And we had examples of our users' feedback improving the effectiveness of deep learning significantly. We have deep cloud provider status with vendors, and of course, we are the fastest to solve your computational tasks. So if you look at deep learning, our host is 140 times faster than a traditional one, and this all is available to our customers. Now, here's an example of using AI in a big private medical network. They run video analytics and control the access to clean zones. They analyze the pictures and dental pictures, so they expect to reduce the amount of time spent by up to 5% and the accuracy by more than 90%. As a bonus, by reducing the IT spending by 40%, you can spend this money not on just IT, but on solving medical tasks, because, of course, currently the amount of ventilators can be more important than IT spending. So we've done a lot, but we need to further the achievements, and this all brings some results. But this is a new world, and we need to minimize the human error, create new medicines, find illnesses, genetic research. So this all will help improve people's life, and as this is a basis for the longevity, and if you don't live long enough, that is something you can do. We don't have enough AI specialists, and currently they are very rare and in very high demand. So just learn AI, try to train algorithms based on your data, and we will be happy to help you in with the technological platform to ensure that the world around us and is better for us, for our kids, for our parents. So thank you very much, and we'll be happy to answer your questions.
Юрий, спасибо большое за доклад. Если позволите...
Thank you, Yuri. We have a question, actually, and in our projects, we see real hospitals not having enough access to everything needed. So, what are the obstacles you see working with cloud technologies? Why don't you have what you need? Well, there's a number of factors. Some of them are easier to solve, some of them are harder. So the ones that are easy to solve is the medical data processing requirements, for example. So we are compliant here, and there's no big issue. All the connection questions, all the supercomputer relative things are easy to solve. But in my point of view, we lack not just AI specialists, but the people who understand medicine and understand AI. Because it's very strange to see my kids using iPhone or other devices would have more AI-rich technologies than the doctor that will be curing my illness. So this is super important for our future.